Victorians were all smiles in the final round of the Women's 2019 Interstate Series, the 2017 champs keeping their hopes of a finals berth alive with a 5-0 win over Tasmania. That meant the clash between Queensland and South Australia would decide who got the chance to take on defending champions New South Wales in the afternoon's final. Number ones Cassie Porter and Charlie Jacobs couldn't be separated for much of the day, the duo halving with birdies with only a few holes remaining as the pressure continued to grow. But up ahead, Maroon Lisa Edgar took matters into her own hands, edging ahead against South Australia's Amelia Winnie with this late birdie and 2 pars on the way back to the clubhouse. Edgar eventually clinching a 1-up win to send her team to the Women's Interstate Series final for the first time since 2016. With the weather threatening to turn, it was straight back out on course, and first off in the big dance was 16-year-old debutant Leon Higo against 14-year-old Sophie Yip. Then came last year's winning captain Amy Chu and 18-year-old Queenslander Sarah Wilson. The number 3 and 4 matches pitted St Michael's Golf Club against Brisbane Golf Club, with Kelsey Bennett taking on Lisa Edgar and Steph Kiriakou up against Dee Russell. Match number 2 featured the battle of the 18-year-olds, starring Australia's top-ranked female amateur Grace Kim and Maroon Isabel Taylor. And in the number 1 fixture, an undefeated Dowie Choi was hunting a perfect week in her match against Sunshine Coaster Cassie Porter. Young gun Yip took a 2-up lead at the turn, but just 2 holes later, her match with Leon Higo was all square. The Queenslander kept the pressure on with the flat stick, but Yip was up to the task, needing a full 18 holes, but eventually winning the match 1-up.
Well done.
Maroon Sarah Wilson built a similar advantage on the front 9, but she too saw her buffer disappear, Amy Chu drawing things level by the 12th. Wilson short-sighted herself from the sand on 14, and her opponent had plenty of room to work with, Chu winning the battle from the bunkers and setting up a 2-1 win. Blue Kelsey Bennett's advantage over Lisa Edgar was 3 as their match approached the par 4 14th, the Queenslander keeping the tie alive with some brilliance from the trap. But Edgar couldn't replicate her heroics from the morning, sliding her par putt by to leave Bennett with this for a 4-hole lead that turned into a 5-3 win. Brisbane's Dee Russell went from 1-up on Steph Kiriakou to 1 down just prior to making the turn, and found herself 3 holes back soon after. But Kiriakou couldn't put the 22-year-old away, missing this on 14, which would have ended proceedings. 4 up with 4 to play, Kiriakou missed the par 3 15th green off the tee, leaving the door open for Russell, who forced the match up 16. But the fight back ended there, Kiriakou sinking this on 15 for a 4-2 win, enough to ensure New South Wales would go back-to-back. It didn't take long for the news to reach co-captain Grace Kim, but the 18-year-old was locked in a tight battle with Queensland's Taylor. Kim had this putt on 14 for a 5-4 victory, but she couldn't finish Taylor off, her woes compounded with some rotten luck on the par 3 15th. Taylor made her pay to force another match-up 15, but just as Kiriakou had moments before, Kim wrapped things up then and there to keep the hopes of a sweep alive.
Let's go!
She hadn't lost a match all week, but New South Wales number 1 Dowie Choi had her hands full with 16-year-old Cassie Porter. Porter was 3 up with 6 holes to play, but Interstate Series veteran Choi won the 13th and 14th holes to set up a thrilling finish. Porter and Choi stiffed their approaches to the par 4 17th, and with the galleries watching on, both women converted for birdie, meaning Porter led by 1 with 1 to play. Choi took the advantage off the tee on the par 4 18th, and both women found the green with their seconds as the quality of play continued to rise. Porter had this from above the hole to win the match and secure Queensland's first point, but Choi made it 5.5 points to a half for New South Wales in the final, securing back-to-back Women's Interstate Series crowns for the first time since 2009.
Thank you!
Great job, Daddy.
Well done. Well done.
Good job,
Well done. done so good.
Oh,
Thank you.
so good.
Well done, guys.
To the final standings, and they couldn't be separated in the preliminary rounds, but New South Wales was the clear standout side after a dominant display in the final. Victoria missed the decider by half a point, with South Australia, Western Australia and host Tasmania to follow.